Hello, hello.
Hey,
Good evening.
watching that
Reno,
intro,
Nevada.
I'm watching this intro, and have you noticed that how much all of us have changed, except for Eileen?
Yeah,
Well, she's forever 24.
yeah. She's
Yes,
always
she
good.
wishes. She
She has been
wishes.
and always will be. Hey, Ursula's watching. Hey, Ursula.
Hey, welcome.
What's up, Sean?
Rich.
What's going on, Rich? I don't know who this Facebook user is.
Well, they're apparently family, but I would love to know which part of the family.
Yeah,
Eileen.
maybe.
I'm guessing Eileen.
Marilyn.
What's up, Marilyn? Thank you. Hey, Jockey from Scotland.
Hey, Jockey, long time no see.
You've seen him before? Or?
And right now, I've only got just the laptop here, so I don't have another screen where I can go
Oh, it's
looking
Eileen.
everywhere.
It is her.
Okay, so since Eileen is here, there has been a tragedy in her city,
In her neighborhood.
Yeah.
in her
It
neighborhood.
was
Yeah.
right there.
I'm going to go back into the chat
Here we go. Here she
just
is.
so
I don't
that
want
I
to get it
this
wrong.
right.
There we go.
So
Now
there
it's you.
was, let's see, some kind of a standoff, a shootout.
70 out there in Reno, Yorkster. Okay.
I bet you that's my buddy Billy. He's one of the only people left who calls me a Yorkster.
Well, doing great, Jockey.
70? That's wishful thinking there, Billy.
Jockey, we're doing all right. How are you?
But you were saying though, Jeremy?
So there was some kind of a shootout in Brandon, Missouri. At least I think it was a shootout.
Mississippi, not
I was going
Missouri.
to say Missouri.
Mississippi.
Yeah, Mississippi.
It's been a long day.
I know.
It's
We
been
know.
a long week.
It's been an interesting day for me. Let me tell you that.
At least you made it there safe.
Okay, so Eileen's got it up here.
Yep, here we go.
A shootout in a hostage situation from 1 a.m. Okay, until
Jeez.
10:30. One officer dead and injured, and suspect is dead. Now, I think she did say that the officer that was killed was only 22 years old,
Oh, jeez.
and he was wearing a bulletproof vest.
You know, those things, yes, they're great. But what happens when they shoot at your head or they shoot?
Exactly.
Yeah, it's pointless then if you don't even have anything to protect your head. It might protect the rest of your body, but not your head.
Yeah.
Hi, Joe.
Yep. See, what's up, Joe? Yeah, the suspect was also only 22.
Oh, the suspect was 22, not the officer.
Oh, the suspect was.
Oh, the
Okay.
suspect? Okay.
You know, what the hell are we doing to these kids or with these kids or allowing them to do? I mean,
Oh, I wish I knew. I asked that question a lot of times.
I understand that a lot of these kids are in the entitled movement, but that entitles you to take somebody's life? I mean, where does the line stop? I mean, there's got to be a line.
Especially a police officer.
Yeah, anybody. How do you go into an innocent person's house and kill them?
Yeah, really. We just had something like that occur.
Suspect was also wearing a vest. Wow.
Okay.
So we just actually had something like that occur just a few weeks ago in Chicago. We lost another officer who was, we know for a fact, she was in her mid-20s. She was only like 24, believe it or not. But it was shocking.
No offense, but I would expect a situation like this to happen in Chicago.
Oh, it's happened.
Not in a small town like Brandon.
Yeah.
Well, and Yeah, and that's the thing. Idiots travel. Idiots are raised in every town. It's a matter of if the community puts an end to it immediately.
Yeah.
And I don't mean hurting people. I just mean putting an end to it.
Well, in this case, with the one that happened a few weeks ago, this really was kids. I guess they were looking to rob or they were trying to steal something, and they came across this police car, and they took the officer out and just like demanded whatever she had, and then they just shot her right there. And the kids, there were three of them. It was two 19-year-olds and a 16-year-old, and out of all the three, the 16-year-old was the leader.
Yeah.
They had this all planned.
I'll tell you what needs to happen, and I mean in a hurry what needs to happen is
What's up, Zach?
He was trying to stay out of sight.
How y'all doing?
Behind the camera.
Doing great.
Paperwork,
But what needs to happen, and it's not going to, because we can't even tell our kids. Now, my daughter runs a daycare. Get this. I don't know if y'all have heard of this already, but this to me is absolutely asinine. Her daycare, she's not allowed, if a mother says that they don't use the word no in their home, she's not allowed to tell the child, no, you can't do that. She can only redirect. The word no is not to be used. Excuse me? You think an officer, when you do something fucking stupid like you're going to do you think the officer's going to go, no?
That is just nuts.
I am so over whatever is going on. And let's get back to Grandma getting that switch out of that tree and busting somebody's behind.
Yeah. Oh, here, what Sean just said 1 year ago at St. Mark's, where guy comes into one of our hospital buildings and killed 3 people. One was my back doctor. Doctor had no chance. Shooter killed himself, if I got that right.
Wow.
Yeah, and that's just it. I was working at a hospital. Well, we're not going to say how many years ago. I was in my late 20s, and I was in Veneta, Oklahoma. I walked in. I was the head cook. My best friend was my assistant cook. We would take the trays and the old fat, I don't even know if they still do this, but the carts. We'd go around. It was a small hospital, and give everybody what they ordered. And right before we went, Brad, I'll deal with you later. So we were getting ready to go do our rounds, and my best friend comes back because we had a little bit of downtime. She went to ER to talk to somebody and come back. She come back pale white, and she says, Deanna was just shot. I said, what? She was one of our head nurses. I knew who she was. She said, she was shot. I said, is she in ER? She alive? She said, no.
Oh, this is the one you told me about, isn't it?
Yep.
I haven't heard of this.
Yeah, she was behind the nurse's desk. A man in fatigues walked in, and he had a knife on him that they could see, but that's all they could see. And all of a sudden, he looks at her. She is on the phone with her daughter planning her wedding, like within weeks. And her daughter heard her get shot. And by the time I got down there, the FBI was there. The Oklahoma Bureau of Investigation was there. Of course, the sheriffs, the police, all of them looking for this guy. And he was outside. They ended up killing him on a nurse's car. He stood up there with his sword saying, kill me. Well, here was the disconnect. That guy purchased that gun. Now, how did that happen? Because he was already on the blacklist for all this. Well, because our sheriff in the town at the time had something to do with it. And he ordered her killed because there was 2 girls come up missing. And some of y'all may know this. For years, their pictures were on trucks going across country. And it said, have you seen these 2 girls? And it was Lorena Bible and her best friend. Well, they disappeared, and the parents got killed. the police had something to do with that. So she was going to go on America's Unsolved Mysteries. This nurse was. She got killed the week before she went. Yeah, this kind of stuff is, I mean, it's been happening for a while, but now kids doing it?
It's out of control.
It is. I mean, why aren't people teaching importance of people's lives? I don't care if they're a drug addict out on the street. I don't care if they're the homeless person at the end of the block. Their lives are worth something. They're somebody's daughter, somebody's sister, somebody's brother.
Yeah, it just doesn't really make a lot of sense. I really don't understand it myself.
As much as people may not want to hear this, whether you believe in God or whether you don't, at least there's 10 commandments in that Bible to follow. And even if you don't believe it, those 10 commandments are rules for life, no matter what you believe. You know, don't mess with your neighbor's wife. Adultery. Don't kill someone. Those are pretty basic rules.
I don't know who this Facebook user is.
I don't either, but hi.
Yeah, two of them.
I can't go looking. Jockey, what are you talking about this TikTok cup?
This TikTok cup. What the hell is he talking about?
They have cups now?
And this, what Brad said.
What was the great grandma? What?
Oh, it's Mimi.
Oh,
what
Mimi.
Was the great grandma? What?
I think it was, what was that great grandma? I think that's what she was.
Let me tell you what that is. I'm going to find that switch and I'm going to beat your ass with it.
What that was, Brad, is asking for a
Jen. Yeah. I wanted to share. I wanted to wait on this. Here's Jen and the announcement for Legion of Exorcists.
Yes.
And also,
okay, wait a minute. Travel Channel, Discovery Plus, and Max.
And also, right now, I mean, at least for 7:00 Central Time, they're also starting. Right before that, they're starting the new season of the Dead. They're starting the new season of the Dead Files as well. It's on right now.
Travel. Okay, we are going to be off this show before this happens because I want to see this.
Yeah, I'm watching it too.
Okay, so Mimi and I get to go do something kind of neat. We have, Jeremy already knows about this, but we have a lady here in town that does haunted tours. I've seen the haunted tours. Leave it to Mimi. Been in this town one damn week. 1 week. And she says, hey, I met this so-and-so. Okay, who is she? Oh, she does haunted. You serious? I've been here 2 years. You serious? I mean, I saw her, but I never talked to her. So tomorrow we're going to go meet up with her, and she's wanting us to do some things with her. So that's kind of going to be a neat thing. We get to see tunnels under Greeley and things like that. So it'll be neat to meet up with someone else who does what we do.
Yeah.
That's awesome. Speaking of, like haunted locations and stuff, it's unfortunate I wasn't able to do it at the time, but I checked out that I had that investigation a couple days ago at that restaurant. Jeremy,
yeah. I saw the pictures.
That actually went really well. Like, it was a lot better than I expected. I mean, when you look at a location like this, I mean, yes, it's a bar and restaurant. Like, it looked a lot bigger, but it was actually a little bit smaller. But it really just didn't disappoint me. I mean, it was just like the owner of the place was asking me, saying, she asked me a few times, like, is this place haunted? I was like, damn right it is. After
and see, that's what people don't think about. Those of us who can sense or feel or see, right, Mimi? Bars, that is the perfect place because there's lots of energy, there's lots of emotions. If it's older, that's even better because it's probably a location that they've known in another form. But bars, let me tell you, Walmart.
Yeah.
It is. I mean, of course, you're not going to, unless you can see, you're not going to see it. And unless, you're not going to feel it either unless you are tuning in. Who's going to tune in at Walmart? We're trying to get our stuff. We're trying to get out.
Right.
But they will hit
There's
you
a
right
Walmart
home.
back in Fort Wayne that's supposedly haunted.
You know, it's
I'm telling you.
same thing in Illinois. We have a wall. It's not in Chicago. I think it's more like down in central Illinois. And they say supposedly that one is haunted.
Oh, they are. Any mall, anywhere there's a big gathering of people. I mean, you walk down the street, they're probably walking down the street with you.
Yeah.
The problem with those things, they can hitch a ride home if they like your energy.
You're that very true.
This one in my Walmart, they say is haunted by a Scottish guy walking around blowing a bagpipe.
Okay.
In Fort Wayne.
Okay. Well, have you all heard about tunnels under Walmart?
No, but it's funny you brought that up though, because the bar that I was at, first off, it was built back in the late 1930s, so it is an old bar. Although the owners only owned it for like 2 years, and because it was only, I mean, it's about 40 minutes away from me, but because it's located in Forest View, which is kind of further out from Chicago, but
right,
because this was during at times Prohibition, this was one of the bars that supposedly was a hangout spot for notorious gang member Al Capone. And we had found out that there was another bar that was right next to the one that I was at that had underground tunnels on it because, again, typical Prohibition era, they had underground tunnels where they would like bring in the alcohol. They would actually ship it, in fact, under the streets to the a nearby forest reserve. So, the police, nobody would see it. And I had to ask her at one point, just out of curiosity, like, do we know if these tunnels still exist today? Like if they're still around? She told me that parts of them may still exist, but most of them have been walled up because of safety reasons. So due to them being dangerous and relatively delicate, not to mention also basically being under the street where cars go by, they had to fill them up, wall them up. So sadly, the tunnels don't exist anymore.
Well, so here's the thing. I've heard this, of course. I don't know it for a fact. I've just heard it from a bunch of people. And if anybody has ever, any of the, I guess you call us conspiracy theorists, I don't know. But if anything has showed you anything, the government can do all kinds of things and will. So Agenda 2022 and Agenda 2021. You can find it. It's hard to find, but you can find it on the internet. And it's what the presidents and I know this last one Hillary Clinton was involved in, and they go to like Canada, I think. And anyway, they think up these things. And Agenda 2021 stated that by a certain year, they were going to have the government was going to own all the land. People were going to be in like skyscraper buildings. The rest of the land would only be for the government and you can't get in it. Another place, Carlsbad Caverns, was going to be a place for like a government hideout, which would be a great, like a bomb shelter type thing. If anything ever happened, be a great place. It survived a lot. But the tunnels under Walmart were supposed to be where the government can take trucks through to a location without being seen.
Yeah, transportation.
Supposedly every Walmart has those.
Really?
If you notice a lot, this is what I was told. I don't know for a fact. If you notice, there's always construction in front of Walmart, in front of every Walmart.
Yeah, that is true.
And that's what's going on. They're doing things like that. Now, whether it's true or not, I don't know. But that's part of what I was told. Agenda 2021, I do know it was up for, they do it every year.
Okay. It kind of does make a lot of sense now, like especially like with what you just brought up, like with the construction and stuff in front of Walmart, that really does kind of understand that explains a lot.
Yeah. So it's like, are they doing it? Are they not? Whether they are or not, there's nothing we can do about it. But
Carl, I just took care of that.
Yeah, I was gonna say that. I think Chris was still on.
Who was?
Grizzly.
Oh gosh. My Walmart sucks, so they don't have even. Well, but you might want to check underneath it.
He was also on our show. As I told Jeremy this, he was also on the other show I do, Lois's show earlier today, which he's actually now considered a co-host of that show.
Who, Grizzly?
Grizzly, yeah.
Grizzly's into quite a few things here recently that are kind of cool.
Well, we had the funniest thing was he was originally supposed to be a guest before we made him the official co-host. However, we already had somebody that we planned in advance. We had a investigator from the group Cops up in Canada, Wes Coleman. So we kind of had to proceed. And now next week is supposed to be the guest. He's supposed to be, Grizzly's supposed to be the guest on next week's show. So it was kind of switched around. Oh my God.
I don't
That was
see
a
how he
crazy
does
show.
it. He does like 4 or 5 shows every single day. And I'm like, I can barely do 2 a week.
I do. And I thought I had like the most shows. Like people thought I did so much work. This is even more than what I could handle.
Yeah, but after a couple hours, I'm all talked out.
Yeah,
right,
me too.
Right. I mean, yeah, you can sit and BS all day, but that doesn't mean people want to hear it. I could sit all day and BS with people, but that don't mean nobody wants to hear it live.
I bet you Brad would.
I'm sure
No,
he would.
Brad would not get to hear anything because he would be hurting.
Hey, as long as you kept him up all night while he's working, he's happy.
Yeah, he doesn't talk to me while he's working because I'm in bed by 9:30.
So, has Andrew been good?
He went to work today. He had his orientation. And so far, he needs to pull his head out his behind because he's forgetting everything. But there has been no outbursts.
Look at that. I told him, you'd be good.
Yeah.
Right before I left.
My son told him if he was not good and he had to come back, he was going to wish he never had to come back. But if he does not have to come back, that they could both sit and make fun of me, which would make both of them happy.
Oh, boy.
But, you have to have an immediate, it has to be like immediate gratification. So if it's down the road and you don't know when, it don't matter.
Oh, man.
So, Nick, I found something today that is better than corn.
Oh, what could be better than corn? It's better.
Let me.
Or wait a minute, hang on. Here, I could fix this up for myself at the very least. Been a while since I've used this background.
So
Just done with some laser engraving.
Carl, what kind of laser engraving? To Ruth, Nevada.
New Ruth, Nevada, found in 1903.
So Ruth, Nevada, it's about a mile off of Highway 50 outside of Ely, which is the first town that you see on Highway 93 when you're leaving West Wendover, Nevada. Now, going south of West Wendover, Nevada, I take alternate 93 and then get onto the actual 93, which is what I call the loneliest highway in the world. It's debatable between that and Highway 50. There is nothing for 2 hours.
If that's a town, that ain't nothing either.
That's not. This one here is after that first town.
I was going to say, it still looks like it's practically in the middle of nowhere.
I see a barn, maybe a church. I see some campers. and some
Well,
redneck.
this here is taken at an angle. It's actually just a little bit bigger. So what's interesting to me about it's not New Route, it's just Route, Nevada.
Oh, Carl, I'd love to
What's
see that.
I gotta
interesting
see
about
this.
this town?
Check this out,
Oh,
Jeremy.
that is awesome, Carl.
I got this. I got to see when he has it done.
Yeah, I want to see that too.
Can you do it on resin?
But while we're waiting for him to answer, you were saying, Jeremy?
So what's interesting to me about Route, Nevada, for those of you that are Stephen King freaks,
Yes.
Route, Nevada is the inspiration for the book Desperation.
Oh,
Oh,
I can see
wow.
why.
He was on a cross country motorcycle trip, doing like speeches and book signings and all of that.
Wait a minute. He
Yeah.
rides?
Hmm?
He rides?
Well, he used to ride a motorcycle.
he did? I didn't know
I
that.
like him now.
Back
I
in
had
the
no
day.
idea he did that.
I didn't either.
Well, this was back in the '90s when this happened.
Back in the
Okay.
night. Okay, so yeah, it might be, but yeah, it's not that far
Yeah,
back.
I seriously doubt he rides now. The guy's 76 years old.
Yeah, he's in his
Yeah,
70s
don't
now.
stop him.
But anyway, he travels into Route, Nevada, and first of all, how he even got there is beyond me because it's a mile off of Highway 50. So I don't know how he come across this one, but he said that he came into this quaint little town and there was nobody in town. There was nobody outside. He's wondered where is everyone? And then they hit him. The cop killed them all. So that's how he came to write Desperation.
That sounds a little like one of your books.
Stay tuned. So I get into Ruth, Nevada. I see 3 people. One of them is at the entrance of town, and he's like a city worker, probably from Ely, and he's filling in potholes. The
Okay.
other 2 were actually in their front yard. And Adrian, your house, if it was there in Ruth, it'd be the biggest building period in that.
That's sad. That's sad.
Yeah, really.
Okay, where's my mouse there? Now, let me bring up what these guys see in the background all the time there. This one? Yeah. So what they see every single day is this.
I don't think so.
Wow.
That's depressing.
So lonely.
Yeah. No, that's depressing. That's no.
Well, what's interesting about this is that it's hard to tell on this picture, but when you look at it in person, it's like a grid. And they're all in like different colors.
It almost looks like a caliche pit.
It's a mining town.
Okay. That explains so. Yeah, okay.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Okay.
And that's how he got the idea of having the demon coming in from the mine after the Chinese workers blast open a hole.
Jeez. Carl, send one of us a picture of that Things Network.
He doesn't know any of this. Of Nick of the Corn. Oh God.
Well,
You
it's
don't
either
wanna
Nick
know.
of the Corn.
Yeah,
You do not want to know. Trust me.
you don't
Yeah.
want to know.
It turned out it started out pretty bad, but turned out kind of cute.
Yeah.
But corn cobs and all kinds of nasty things. But
Here's the funny thing about Ruth, Nevada. As I was leaving, an Amazon truck was coming in.
hey, at
Oh.
least they can get deliveries.
Yeah.
Sean, I'm just gonna put it this way. Think of it however you want. It's whatever you want it to be.
Yeah. Well,
Yeah, it started out really, really bad.
Yeah, it did. But I will say this though: I work with corn every day at the grocery store.
Well, that's different.
Yeah, it's scary. Yeah, it's scary. It's really
That's
scary.
we've all been either on this show or other shows and around each other long enough that we all have a lot of nicknames that sometimes we just rather not even.
I got a whole bunch of them, mostly from you guys, and I've actually written them out. So I got a list of them.
You actually made a list.
Yeah, I did.
How about did we figure out a nickname for calling our guests nasty names?
Oh God!
Oh yeah, we did. Yeah, we did. Nickhead.
yeah.
Nickhead. That works perfectly.
By accident. No, I'm not part of Children of the Corn.
No, he's Nick of the Corn.
Yeah.
Which might turn out the same if we're not careful, but
And to think, I just spent 4 days with Adrian and Zach.
and he's still living.
I'm still living.
You're still living, yeah.
Of course, it wasn't me I had to worry about. Well, it wasn't them either. It's those damn dogs.
Oh, the dogs, yeah.
Yeah, they don't like to let people in the door if they walk out.
Yeah. Even though the one had been loving up on me pretty much the whole time I was there, but as soon as I walk out that gate, oh, buddy, you're not coming back in.
Yeah, they do the same thing with me if I come down the stairs. I just
Yeah,
take
but
the
at
light
least when you
switch.
tell them
Oh,
to
is this-
shut up, they do.
I bet this is Mimi.
Yeah, it is.
Yeah, it's me.
Yep.
But the other one, the one that doesn't like people, she actually came up to me, licked my hand, and let me pet her,
Mhm.
which I guess took Adrian by surprise.
She didn't let my son do that the whole week he was here.
That should work with me too, because I'm a big dog lover. A lot of these dogs usually sense that I am. So
This one's
that's-
just stupid. She's a bitch.
well,
The
hey,
other one is stupid. I mean, really stupid.
I mean, that's like the same thing with my cats, and one of my cats thinks she's a dog.
But the funniest thing was Jasper,
Ja-
Zach's parents, one of Zach's parents' little dogs.
It's a Chihuahua, Pekingese. No, not a Pekingese. Yeah, Chihuahua Pekingese mix.
Hi, Nikki.
Hey, Nikki.
So Jasper and Ghost were outside and they were barking at the kids in the park. And I come up to the stairs and I could see them. Jasper just happens to turn around, sees me, then all of a sudden, like, who the hell are you? Come on, you've seen me here for the last 3 days.
They all wake up in a new world like a duck every day. Yeah, we got to figure out something different with those two. Zach wants a different frame on our bed so that they can't get under the bed because I guess baby girl's getting too big to be under there. So all night we just feel her trying to move. And Ghost gets under there and can't get out. So he's moving until we get up and lift up the bed to let him out.
That ain't good.
No. Oh, and Zach is going in for his shoulder next week.
About time.
They're doing something for his rotator cuff. So, and they said that all they're going to do for his shoulder was burn the nerves. And he's like, I want it fixed, not burned. So we'll see what happens. He might be in surgery by the end of the month.
Okay.
Um,
He hasn't seen my message yet, but I did send him a message last night. I found that shirt. That
speaking
greenish,
of,
grayish
You have
one.
it? Okay.
Yeah, I do have it. I
Okay.
found it. I had it sitting on top of one of my suitcases. I just happened to look in the mirror, and there it was.
I'm actually going to send you a picture and you'll understand. I'm going to send you a picture of where he went down and you'll understand that picture. The third
He
post over is where he hit.
he was actually showing me on Google Earth exactly where that was at.
Yep. Was it able to go down and show you the fence posts?
He didn't do the street view, just the overhead view.
Okay. We'll show you that street view. The third post over is where he hit.
Okay. He did not the post, but the fence, the wooden fences that went across.
Yeah, it's the posts on that fence. Yeah.
Yeah, he did tell me about those, but he didn't show me.
That shirt, unless you've actually seen it, it doesn't even show anything. But if you've been on that corner, oh hell no. I cringe every time I go around that corner thinking somebody's coming the other direction.
really quick, I was gonna wait for Lauren to come on for this, but since you brought up surgery, there's actually something I gotta talk to you guys about. Hang on one second. I gotta read. I always have to read it because it's kind of still been hard to remember it. But Lauren, when she first sent me this message, it kind of scared the hell out of me. But she's going to be going into surgery herself tomorrow.
Lauren who?
Lauren Paoletti. I don't know if they have.
Okay. Okay.
Yeah. So she's having. I don't know if you guys know what this is or not. She's having a rhizotomy tomorrow in her lower spine.
What is
that?
Rhizotomy, I guess that's how it's RHIZOTOMY.
Yeah, I don't know what that is. I got to look that up.
Yeah, well, you're looking it up. She said she's been dealing with degenerative disc disease for over 15 years.
Okay.
This procedure is going to stop the nerve connection between the damaged area in her back to her brain.
Okay, it says it's a minimally invasive surgical procedure to remove sensation from a painful nerve by killing nerve fibers responsible for sending pain signals to the brain.
Yeah, they got to cut that out because of the degenerative disc disease. And well, I mean, I was scared when I saw. I mean, I had to ask her, like, saying, could this be fatal? She said, fortunately, not. It's not going to be fatal, but she says it's going to be a very painful recovery. So
I mean, you're burning nerves in your back. A pinched nerve hurts like hell. I can't imagine burning them.
Yeah, she's
thinking about doing something like that for my dad because his back hurts all the time.
Yeah, so she is basically asking us to wish her luck for tomorrow because it's going to be quite a surgery that she's going to be having. I said this earlier on the earlier show, and like, if you guys want to help out or inclined to do this, if you want to, of course, you can always send her a private message, or if she's in the chat, send healing vibes or positive energy for me for her because she's going to need all the healing energy that she can get after the surgery.
Oh, that's awesome. I don't know how many of y'all know Dory Wheeler.
Yeah, I know Dory.
All right, so she is officially cancer-free and no chance of coming back because she had a double mastectomy.
Wow. Well, that's great. They got rid of the cancer.
She looks very good. She showed a picture of herself online, and she looks very good.
Laura Wagatha, one of the owners of Wildwood, they cleared one part of her cancer. Now they're working on another.
And I saw Laura when I was at OSR 2 weeks ago, almost 2 weeks ago now. She looks like she's doing really well, although I felt kind of bad when I didn't even know it because like typical cat cancer patient, she lost all her hair as a result of the chemotherapy and radiation. So when I was going through, I didn't even recognize her, because last time I saw her was when we were at Wildwood with you, Jeremy. So
Yeah, I saw her a couple months ago when her and Brooke came to Fort Wayne.
Here, a link I'll show you. Oh, the things that with the wooden engraving.
Oh, all right.
Um,
Yeah, we'll bring you on for a few minutes, Carl.
there
We're
was
not
actually
doing a full show tonight. So.
there was actually someone I sent you a private message in the chat. Nikki was also interested in coming on for just a few minutes, if that's okay.
Sure. But
Okay.
keep in mind, we're not staying on for the full
Yes.
2 hours.
Yeah, I told her already. We're not going to be on for too long.
Yeah, because I need to go to the Bowling Stadium and take care of some stuff.
And then we got the special on the Travel Channel that most of us want to check out.
Definitely. And it's so cool that we know most of them now.
Yeah, I know. That's amazing.
It makes you want to watch things a whole lot more when you know them.
Speaking of which, here's my view tonight.
Oh, wow.
That's
Check it
actually
out.
pretty cool.
I like it.
This building right here, that is the National Bowling Stadium.
Circus.
Yep,
Hey,
Circus
Carl.
Circus. That's where I'm staying at. This right here is actually like a set piece for the Silver Legacies, where they do different kinds of performances in here. And way back here is where the hotel is for Silver Legacy. What's interesting about where I'm staying is you got the Circus here, Silver Legacy, and then El Dorado, which is on the other side of Silver Legacy. They are all connected on the second floor, so you can walk from one end clear over to the other and not have to go outside.
And you are going to be where you're bowling now, right?
Yeah, right.
Okay.
Right here is where I'm bowling
Okay.
Saturday and Sunday.
Okay.
And one of my guys that's flying in tomorrow, he was asking me about going practicing with him Saturday morning. I told him there's no way I could do that, but if you wanted to practice Friday, then I can. But trying to practice and then immediately go into
Right.
bowling in the tournament, that's not going to happen.
Right.
Hey,
Hey,
Carl,
y'all.
good to see you.
Anyway, there you
Oh,
go.
how cool.
Oh, I love it.
Absolutely.
That
And
That
that's
is
on wood?
Yeah, that's on wood.
Amazing detailed work right
So
there.
is that a lot like wood burning?
Yeah, it's a
Okay.
laser engraver.
Okay.
That is just
That
amazing.
is so cool.
You made
Now
one
you
too
want to see
for-
something real cool. You know, flooring, the vinyl flooring you do in your house.
Uh-huh.
Yeah. Oh my God! You made one for Santiago.
Oh, how
Yes.
nice.
Well,
I'm with
the first one
Santiago.
Oh,
Yes. Yes.
I love it. That is amazing.
Hold
Hey,
on,
Nikki.
bring that back up.
So if you need anything done like that, contact me and I can send you all this stuff.
So can you do, I mean, I don't know if it can even be done, but can you do like on epoxy or things like that?
Do on what now?
On resin?
Yeah, I can do that just like I do on the ceramic tiles.
Here, wait, we gotta put that out solo again. You should. Oh
That
wow!
is so
Check
cool.
it out.
And
I
you
love
draw it as you're doing it?
No, I've got software. I've got Lightburn. I take a picture and I do some work on it and everything and send it to my laser engraver. Which
That is so cool.
That
right
is amazing.
in there.
Oh, that is so cool.
That's
But-
awesome.
But yeah, I'm with Santiago and I'll be in Paragould, Arkansas, July 21st and 2nd at Scared City Productions.
Here, hold on.
See, that's all laser engraved.
That's all of it.
Yeah.
Wow.
That's fantastic. I
Well,
love it.
That
If I
is
can get this
beautiful.
down. Here we go. You know, you all grew up with scratch paper
Yeah.
with
Yeah.
the glitter and all
Yeah.
that. There's one laser engraved.
Oh wow.
Oh, wow.
That is cool.
That's the tribe for Santiago. For the
That
laser.
is, I'm like really impressed right now with this.
That is
Yeah.
cool.
So, but yeah, I just wanted to jump on and show you that if anybody wants to order them from you, let me know, and we can get those out.
I will. I will. I actually want one of those things network.
And I do pictures, and I'm starting to do it on canvas,
Okay.
right? And I do memorials on bigger tiles. So we have all that to offer.
Yeah, I
That's
will probably order some myself. It just won't be soon at the moment, not after what my work is doing to me, which is another story in itself.
Thank you, Facebook user, whoever you are.
Is
Yeah,
that Mimi?
Oh, but yeah.
I was gonna say, I'm betting that's
we do a lot
Mimi.
of this. Plus, if you ever want, like all the shows on your network,
Yeah.
put on one. There's all the
Wait,
shows
wait.
on our network.
That's awesome.
Oh man.
That is really cool.
Wow.
So, yeah, that's just
Wait,
on
wait, wait.
Plywood.
What was that? Free stupidity? What?
That was a gaming show that we had on there. Free stupidity gaming,
That's cool.
Wow.
and it was a stupid gaming show.
Speaking of stupid people, last night
Watch it.
last night I was going. Last night I was coming into Salt Lake City, and they had already widened the lanes out to 3 lanes each way. Now, where I was at, I'm in the center lane, and I've got 2 vehicles on the left side of me, one just in front, one just behind me, barely enough room if I wanted to make a lateral move into that lane. Well, here comes this guy. He had to be 20, on what looks like a dirt bike, just weaving in, going right into that opening between me and the back car, and then coming right out. I'm going 80 miles an hour downhill, 6 degrees steep, and this guy, I'm like, dude, you're gonna die
Oh
tonight.
man.
Mhm.
Yeah. So what do we have here now? Wizards engraving.
Those are earrings
Earrings.
Heck yeah.
that say hiya.
Yeah, it's Santiago's line. Or
Right,
catchphrase.
right.
That's
Oh, wow.
awesome.
Cool.
But those are all laser cut out.
Oh, wow.
Incredible.
I'm not that talented. I pour it in a mold and it sets up.
Right. Yeah, I haven't ever tried it on resin, but I can do it on acrylic, on glass.
Then it should work about the same.
It should work about the same.
Well, we can certainly try it and see what happens.
Yeah. Get a hold of me and send me a couple of them. I'll see what I can engrave on there for you.
I'll send you a pot tray. See if you can engrave a pot leaf on it.
Okay.
Hey, Jeff.
That'll work. But I
Hey,
mean,
Jeff.
we have all kinds of different things that I've laser engraved here the last 6 months. But with Santiago, I'm part of his deal, so I make them and sell them and give him
Mhm.
percentages of it and
Heck yeah.
all that. But we have a lot. Plus, coming out soon is custom-made puzzles.
Oh, that ought to be good.
There'll be
Oh,
laser
man.
cut puzzles with a picture in it, whatever picture you want on it.
That ought to be good.
That's awesome.
But
Adrian, do you know, maybe if Zach ever wanted to, he should get a laser like engraved of the Pack channel.
Yeah, he would. He would.
well, that's what I do on BB3 TV. I've got a show over there.
Yeah,
But,
he would definitely like that, or
Right.
or at least our company
Right.
logo.
Like any of the shows out there on your network, tell them to contact me and we can make them their sign that they can have in their podcast.
Yeah, do me a favor and send me the contact info because I have a few people that I'm sure would.
Okay.
I think Nikki had a.
Me too.
I don't. Yeah, she had a. Do you sell these also out of the U.S. Because Nikki here is from Australia.
Do what now?
Do you sell those
We
also
ship
like
out of the U.S.
outside? Do you ship outside of the U.S.? Because like
Yeah, I can. They'd have to pay for the shipping, but yeah, I can.
okay,
'Cause I do
Awesome.
mostly free shipping
message you.
inside the U.S. When you deal with overseas, you're dealing
Yep.
with a little bit more, but
Right. Mm-hmm.
we can do all kinds of
All right.
things. I can laser engrave cups, glassware, plates, you name it. It's
Awesome. Cool.
something
Thank
that
you.
lasers will do.
so
Did anybody else freeze up? Because I ended up losing all of you for a couple seconds.
not on my side.
Not on this side.
Yeah, it must be the connection here.
Go.
Right
How are
there
you
in
doing,
the
bub?
But
Your connection's gone weird.
yeah, I just wanted to pop on here and show you the one that I made for Things Network.
Yeah, thank you. And
Yes.
send me the contact info.
I will. I'll get a hold of you.
Okay.
So you guys have a great night and everything.
You too.
Yeah,
You too,
Jeremy,
Paul.
you have good luck out there and have a safe trip back home.
Thank you.
Great seeing you
Definitely.
again, Carl.
An interesting
Okay,
trip, I'll
we'll
tell
talk
you
to you later.
Take
All
care.
Nice.
Any of you guys ever heard of seeing a whole truck?
A whole truck?
Yeah, let me.
I mean, I've seen a whole truck, but I don't know what you're talking about.
I was just thinking to myself, like, you mean like Whole Foods or something like that? Because I've seen Whole Food trucks.
No, hang on a second here.
Doing great, Jeff.
Come on. Come on. Come on.
Oh, those kind of trucks. Okay.
Yeah.
Oh, patching trucks. Okay.
Yeah.
So
Yep.
today, in fact, it was about a half hour after I got done with Ruth, Nevada. There's a cop car
Mhm.
parked in the middle of the road, and he's telling everybody to move off to the side. We got something that's coming through. It's pretty big, and as soon as they get through, we can go on. We can go on. A half hour later, they come through,
Mhm.
and there's one of those things sitting on the back of a flatbed of a semi.
Oh, jeez.
Yeah, they're pretty big.
Keep
Get
in
'em all the
mind,
time.
these are the kind of trucks that they use for when they're mining.
Yeah.
So where I was at, that's mining country,
Right.
Yeah.
and I had never seen one of these things in person until today. And I'll tell you what, those suckers are big.
They look really big.
Yeah. Well, can
Yeah.
you see the guy there at the wheel?
Yeah. Yeah, right there.
Yeah.
Just think about that.
That's got to be, well, at least like 12 feet tall.
More than that,
Or yeah, 15 feet.
at least.
I gotta ask. I mean, Nikki, do they have
Yes.
do they have them down in Australia too?
Yes, we do. We have a mining up north from where we are, and we get them down up our coastline. So they're pretty big.
Yeah.
Yeah, I never thought I'd ever see one of those things in person, but I did today.
I'd be okay not seeing them and waiting
mean,
for them.
They gotta be like intimidating. I mean, just by looking at the sheer size of them, it's quite an intimidating sight. I don't know who
Can
this.
you imagine one of those though? Like they're in the mining towns, especially like in Colorado, the little twisty, windy roads and they fall off the edge. That's happened.
Yeah,
I don't know who this Facebook user is, but I know it's not Mimi.
that's not me. Hey, Facebook.
Hi,
user.
honey. Who
I
are
mean,
you?
user.
Identify yourself.
I think I know who it
Um,
is, but this person says that all the time.
Yeah. I actually just went to the Facebook page and it's not showing up.
Look on the Universal page. That's where that's
Universal?
where all the Facebook users.
If you
come
don't
from.
get your nose away from my ribs, I'm gonna kill you. Go.
That's
Oh,
either
the
Ghost
dog.
or Baby
Okay.
Girl.
That was baby girl. Get your ass out. No. Oh,
I wonder who she was talking to.
Oh, it's Robin McCallum.
okay.
Oh, hi, Robin.
Come here, baby girl. Come here. Come on.
And
It's
Brother
this
on.
thing.
Oh, hello,
Yeah.
cutie.
So that one there was very cold to me up until Monday. Then all of a sudden she comes up to me, she puts her nose up to my hand, she licks my hand. Then a couple hours later, I'm sitting in the office there with Zach, and she comes up, kind of puts her head in my lap, and actually lets me pet her.
yeah, there we go.
Yeah, she was abused and she does not like men very well. So any man that can take to her is pretty good. Go.
But yet,
Yeah.
Zach's father has got her in the palm of his hand.
Because he won't knock her silly when she tries to get his food.
Yeah, but she doesn't bark at him though.
Mm-mm.
She barks at everybody else.
Joanne here says that her brother-in-law drives back and forth on the tundra in Yukon Northwest Territories.
Nope.
Oh boy.
I've seen shows about that. Nope.
Isn't it?
I don't think I'd want to try to drive one of them things.
Mm-mm.
No. Isn't also like Northwest? I know that's a province of Canada. Isn't that also like one of the very least populated areas of Canada?
I would think, yeah.
Yukon, I think so.
If that's the case, like imagine driving one of those, in Northwest Territories, and all of a sudden it breaks down. Where you're miles away from any town or civilization. Where are you going to go?
Well, Canada is not nearly as populated as the U.S. is. The further up north you get in Canada, the more sparse it is.
I was going to say it's also bigger than the United States.
Oh, she said that's why there's no real roads.
Yeah.
Okay. Wow.
So I'm just trying to
They can
think
keep
of-
that. No real road stuff. Nope. I'm good.
The
Robin's
one
Canadian.
place in Canada that I really want to go to is Calgary.
I've been to the America-Canadian border at the falls. And
Oh,
Yep,
Niagara
me too.
Falls.
Me too.
Yeah.
I've been there too.
Yeah, that's,
absolutely gorgeous,
yes.
beautiful. No, it's cold. No, thank you.
It gets cold over there. Yeah. And also, I was actually close again to the U.S.-Canadian border just last year because when I went to the Michigan Paracon, it was like, it's in the Upper Peninsula. So I was probably no more than maybe 20 minutes away from the U.S.-Canadian border.
Yep.
Which, by the
wait
way,
a minute. What?
California is high Latino than all of Canada.
Higher
What?
Pookie Latino than all, what? Pookie?
Oh, population.
Oh, you know what? So does here. So does New Mexico. I learned to speak Spanish in both of those places.
The
I-
funny
One
thing,
thing I never quite understood is why does Alaska belong to us and not Canada?
you know what? I've asked that question. I've been looking that up because it's right next to Canada.
Yeah.
Because we won it. Hey, Joanne, Stampede. We're fixing to have it's called the Stampede here on the 4th of July. It's the largest rodeo.
I'm sorry, Adrian. Go ahead.
No, it's like the largest rodeo on the 4th of July around, which I love it. because all the countries, well, it's not just country, but that's all I care about. The country singers come here.
This was long before Sarah was even thought of.
Sarah Palin won't give
Won't
it
give
up.
it up. I think she's referring to Alaska or.
Yeah,
He was
Yeah.
the governor of Alaska.
See, I found out the reason why I think it belongs to us instead of Canada was it actually, I think, used to be like a territory of Russia, if I'm correct. But eventually, I think we bought it. I don't remember exact. Oh man,
Well,
when was
when-
that? Yeah.
Russia, huh?
It,
Well, I
it
mean-
actually is physically connected to Russia.
Yeah, it is the tail end of it.
Yeah.
And at one point,
I'm letting-
this was of course thousands of years ago. There also used to be the Bering Land Bridge that connected between what is now modern day Russia and Alaska. So truly, several thousand years ago, those countries. I mean, if you want to put the continents into one, both North America and Asia were once one continent.
Well, I'll tell you what. I can speak enough Russian to go give that back to him. I want nothing to do with. Nuh-uh, that's cold. Mm-mm.
I just looked it
Well,
up.
They probably won't do that because of the whole oil thing.
Well, it says here, here's where it says there are two main reasons why, like, for example, Canada didn't get Alaska. First, Canada wasn't its own country until 1867.
Okay.
And secondly, at that time, before then, the Great Britain controlled the Canadian colonies. Therefore, Russia did not want to sell Alaska to its rival.
Right. Well, understandable.
Something I was Zach and I seem to have mutual interest in these documentary shows that are on the History Channel that talk
God
about
help
the
us.
histories, the histories of this and that. And one show that I remember seeing years and years ago is called "How the States Got Their Shape." And a lot of the current states did not start out in the shape that they are in now.
Mm-hmm.
And it's really very interesting, especially when you look at, I think it was New Hampshire. They already had the borders of everything else, so they was trying to figure, or it could have been Vermont. It's one or the other. They already had the bordering states and everything all figured out. So with this one, they just simply drew a straight line across, and that became the border for that state.
Oh, wow.
Makes sense.
Yeah.
Italy's a lady's boot. Yes, yes. And it is so cool because just it's not so much the way it's shaped, but I know Italy. I have a lot of respect for Italy because they have housed a lot of immigrants that are trying to escape the Iron Curtain and all that from Bulgaria, and they're still housing them now. And what they'll do is they have like an interim camp, and it's nothing bad. They feed them, they house them, and they get them to their next location. My dad was part of that back in 1969. But they really are amazing people.
I really want to go to Italy. That's where part
Yeah.
of my heritage is from.
Me too. And that's
I wanna
part
go-
of my heritage. Sorry, what were you saying, Nikki?
I said I want to go to the US eventually. One
Yeah.
day.
Hey,
Well,
speaking
Come
of
on,
Lauren,
there's a whole house here you can stay in. Come on.
Robin, you're watching from the Things Universal page, and that group is private. I was forced to take it private because of all those stupid spam and all of that.
Lauren,
If you want to share it, you'll either have to come to the network page, or I've shared it to the Para Unity chat and page as well, so you can always share from there.
Lauren, hey sweetheart, we just heard about your surgery tomorrow.
yeah, I told them about it because
Good luck. We're
Yeah,
all
luck with
praying
that.
for you.
I told them about it because we're not going to be on as long, and I wasn't sure when you were going to be coming on, so I thought it was best that I tell them when we were still live. So
If you'll just let one of us know that you're okay, then we'll all know.
yes, we understand. I'll go check there. We got you, Lauren.
I'm kind of surprised you're still on now.
Yeah, I'm really
yeah.
surprised
I
too.
feel like I could go to bed now.
We really do need to go get settled in so that we can watch this show.
Oh, very quickly.
Yeah.
She said she'll
Thank
let
you,
me
Lauren.
know. Thank you, Lauren. As always, I'll be waiting for it.
And he will let us know.
Yes.
Yeah, and unfortunately, there's no way I'm going to be able to watch that show, and I really want to watch it.
I have to. Yeah. I'm off tomorrow.
I have a recording right now.
Okay. Oh well, I want to watch it now. I don't want to hear shit about it later. I
Yeah,
wanna
exactly. I'm just gonna say this. I mean, as soon as I watch it, until you guys watch it, I'm not saying anything.
Yeah, and just
Nick, you know how
remember.
I feel about that.
Well,
Just
except for you,
remember,
Jeremy.
guys, when you're watching this, just remember these actors that are playing the people that we do know
Mhm.
did the very best that they could do to actually talk to them, get in their character, and not exaggerate what they were told. They were awesome about this because I asked about that. And they've done an awesome, they're not like, Vin Diesel and whatever else where they have to over exaggerate. These guys did not. And they got to know our friends. So
Yeah.
I can't wait.
Can you imagine if they ever got somebody to try to portray any of us?
Oh my God. Can you imagine? Oh God. That would be really
man.
interesting.
I know who I'd want, but that's not going to happen.
I'm sorry. I was going to tell Nikki of so it is Eli Roth's Legion of Exorcists. That's going to be on the Travel Channel. I'm not sure if it's here. Jen wrote this down. Here's a good detail for you, Nikki, so you can check it out.
Travel Channel,
Awesome, thank you.
Discovery Plus, and Max, which used to be
Okay,
HBO Max. Now I guess it's just Max.
Someone play Notorious Nick. Yeah.
Oh God.
I know my favorite actress of all time, and it's not because I know anything about her real life or anything else. I just think she is so pretty. Is the one that plays Ghost Whisperer.
Oh yes.
Jennifer
Yeah.
Love Hewitt.
I just love her demeanor in Ghost Whisperer, and she's just cute. She's pretty. I don't know what she's like in real life. She may be a real bitch. I don't know. Well, then
Yeah,
again,
well.
that would work even better.
Yeah. Can you imagine?
I think Nick, I know who would play you.
Oh God, who?
Have you seen
Jim Carrey.
Mr. Harrigan's Phone?
What is it?
Mr. Harrigan's Phone.
I've heard of it. I don't know if I've ever seen it though.
It's a recent Stephen King movie that just came out last
Oh,
year.
I guess I didn't see that yet.
Well, there's a guy on there. He plays the bully, but the way that he looks, the way that his hair is, I think he could be able to portray you.
Is he like close to my age though? That's the question.
He's early 20s. He's early 20s.
That would work.
he's,
You look
I
20s.
mean,
It's
I was
okay.
gonna say, despite my age, I could still pass it off. There's still people who still think I'm like 17 even. That's not even.
I thought you
Yeah,
were at one point.
It's not even a joke. I don't know how I do it, but I'm not exaggerating.
okay.
It's true.
Because when you get to that age, you'll start crashing fast. It's okay.
Yep.
Enjoy
John
it.
Belushi would be a good one for me.
Arnold.
No.
John
no.
Belushi,
That's,
really?
That's who I'm thinking. Cyrus Arnold.
Well, now this makes me wonder who would be a good Jeremy actor.
Hang on.
I know a couple of wrestlers that would.
I'm just joking. I was gonna say maybe like MTV's Dan Cortez or something.
I know a couple of wrestlers that would.
Nick Foley.
Nick Foley. Hey, what's up, Clark?
Hey, Nick Clark.
All right, guys, let's go get ready for
Yeah.
this. You go get ready for bed.
I know, of
You
course,
got a long day
obviously.
tomorrow.
And then, of course, Nikki, obviously, she's just starting her day, in Australia.
Yeah, it's morning.
It's like,
It's 9:20.
In the morning?
oh,
9:20 a.m. Been up since 3.
Oh, hell no.
jeez.
Nope.
oh, here,
No.
check this out.
And I need to get out to the stadium. I got some business I need to take care of over there for bowling this weekend.
Nikki, I forgot
Yes.
to message you
Oh,
this
sorry.
last night. Forgot to message you back on this. That email, I lost it. So when we get
Yeah.
off, could you send me the email again? Because I got the message already.
Yeah, no worries. Oh, good. No worries. Thank you.
Okay.
All right, guys. Let's make sure everybody's watched the show
Right.
before we mention anything in chat.
Yes, we are.
Yeah, I was gonna say Robin's correct. Now she shows up.
Robin,
Probably
Australia is
go to
18
the
hours
network
ahead.
page.
Yeah, so it's tomorrow there. So see, I'd be a day older. Oh, hell no.
Yeah, it's about 8, almost
You need
8:30
all the
p.m.
time you
over
can
here.
get, don't you?
You damn straight. I will take backwards, but I'm not going forward.
Well, now for once, I'm an hour behind you.
That's right. He is. So that means right now I'm ahead of you two.
Mm-hmm. It's 7:22 here.
You have been.
Yeah, 8:20. No, you're usually ahead of me because you're Eastern. I'm just saying this time since you're in next week, yeah. But tonight I'm ahead of you guys. It's 8:20 p.m.
Yeah.
over here.
All right, guys. Everybody relax. Everybody have a good evening and day. And here
9:22.
comes the other big dumbass. Come here.
And also, if you guys are going to be watching, if you guys are watching the special of Legion of Exorcists tonight, enjoy the show.
Yes, yes. Get
Yeah.
your nose out of my
On
plate.
Travel Channel, Discovery Channel, and Max.
Jeez.
Get out of my plate.
There we go.
In
You know,
37 minutes.
let's
Is it an hour show, Adrian, or a half-hour show?
I want to say it's an app. Oh, it's probably a half hour because it's a series.
here. You know what? I'm going to put this up one final time just before we get off. And this
Oh,
is
no, it's 1 hour. It's 1 hour.
I was going to say it would have been an hour. Where is that? I'm just looking for what Jen had written down earlier. Oh man, I don't think I'm going to find it in time because I know we got to get it. Oh wait. Oh, here it is. Here it is. So one
Bingo.
final time. So you guys
Right,
for the
Robin.
details.
Awesome.
But yeah, you guys are watching. Enjoy it tonight.
Yes. Yes. I'm headed there.
Me too.
Jeremy,
All
get some
right,
rest.
guys. So until next week. Thank you for
Bye.
playing along.
Have a good
Thank
night.
Next week. Be a
Thanks for
week
watching.
older. Yeah.
We'll be on
Have a
Monday.
good night, guys.
Bye.
Good night, everybody.
Oh, my